Good afternoon, evening. I'm not sure when this one's going to come out because I just probably posted not that long ago or about to post the Nugget Fund weekly review, which has been a little while, so I apologize for that. I had surgery and Warfi kind of took me for a little bit of a crazy train, and I've been focused a lot on trading, and I'm going to do a video on that as well, and I'm going to ask for a pretty big call to action for anybody that has any inclinations, desire, hope of being a trader. I highly recommend you come see us at the Pack Trading Group on Mondays. It's free on Mondays. And we're going to be doing one last let-in of people into the group. It's not a massive money-making thing. It's $60 a month, and it's really just a barrier at that. Really, it's not done to make money. I actually don't. I make a little bit if you log in using my code, which I would appreciate if you decide you want to do this, that you use my code. But other than that, that's really about it. And I know that might sound like incentive towards me, but I do highly recommend you give this a look. I've been learning with this group for a year and a half. I have tried a whole bunch of other different groups while learning to trade, and this by far has been the one that I've kind of dug my feet in with, and it's really the tools and the resources and the systems we're developing right now are leaps and eons ahead of what we started with, and I'm so happy I stuck with this, because right now, you coming in as a newbie, even a new trader, there is so much opportunity for you to earn if you take the right mentality and take the time to learn it and start working at it. You will have success faster than I did, in my opinion. Anyways, I digress a little bit. This is going to be one of the focuses of my channel, though, going forward for the next little bit, just because we have until October 31st, the group, we will be letting people in two stages. One, if you do some homework and put some effort in, you'll get in earlier. And then on the 31st, whoever wants in, kind of one last little slew. And then we will stop it for indefinitely right now, just because the group, we'd want it to be a manageable group. We want it to be people that are interested and engaged, because it's a lot of fun, and it really is, and it's so stress-free trading, it's ridiculous. So anyways, digressing a little bit, but if you want more information about that, come by my Discord, links down below, and we can have a chat about it. And like I said, come join on Mondays to see if it speaks to you. And the really nice thing now is a lot of people joined even back a year ago, and we really only had trading maybe in the Europe time zone and then New York Open time zone. Now, with the tools we have, you can find trading opportunities almost any time of the day, no matter where you are, what your habits are, and what your needs are for learning and putting into the system. So this first video, and as I said, I'm going to do a trading one tomorrow. I wanted to go back and kind of almost, it's a little repetitive, but go through my liquidity farming video again, and just sort of remind everybody how important during these slower times in crypto to learn a skill that can really be useful during everything. Because with liquidity farming, there's a little bit of TA that you may want to try and do and learn, just kind of the basics, which can help you with anything, looking at a chart and whatever. There's and it's a skill and something that will be hopefully in DeFi for a long time, even if legislation comes in and there's governance comes into it and all that stuff. Hopefully there'll still be an opportunity to earn using liquidity farming. And so learning the skill now and reaping the larger rewards that you can get now from it is just huge. So do take advantage. As always with these videos, I like to kind of give an opportunity to talk about passive ways to earn it. And then obviously I want to focus primarily on ways for you to learn it and use the skill and refine the skill for yourself, as opposed to just using the passive tools to you. And as you are aware, with the way this market has been, the passive tools are getting harder and harder to find. Reliable people that actually use the tools and are real is also hard to find. I'm not gonna. There's one that James Pelton actually has done with a guy named Chris, I believe it is. I'm gonna reach out to him about doing a video with him. I think we kind of spoke a couple of weeks ago, and I just haven't been able to follow up on that. So I'm gonna follow up with him and have him on my channel, almost like what I did with where is it here? Sorry, with LP farming. So there was an LP farming edition with Mike Dre, where we went through LP farming together, ads of course. And so if you have a chance, have a look at this blockchain after hours. It's number 53, LP farming edition. And I sat down with Mike Dre and went through his program and what he's doing and how he's trying to teach people how to do liquidity farming. So he's definitely one I'd recommend. I've had a few people join his group from the last video and the AMA that I did with him here on the Blockchain After Hours, and a lot of great feedback from that, and a lot of people who enjoyed that chat. So if you have a second, have a look at this, get a deep dive. Basically, they have a Telegram with a community they're building and growing, and they have kind of like almost like a PowerPoint version of teaching you how to do it step by step. It's very easy to walk through it. And then, like I said, the group is there to ask questions, to help bounce ideas off of, and then to help you kind of practice what you preach. And with that, as mentioned before, and I'm sure the tools have changed. I haven't looked into it too much. I gotta look at this one actually. This is one that's out of range right now, so I'm not managing my own stuff very well, which is usual for me. That's why I like the passive ways when I can, and because again, my focus is trading. But this is just, I had some demo tokens, and I keep earning demo tokens, so I keep putting them in here to work. But my auto rebalancing doesn't seem to be working, so I've got to look at that myself. But that's my fault. So this is just a tool where it can balance the pools for you and then show you how much you're making. And then as it goes out of range, it can help you kind of back and forth. There are risks with liquidity farming, things like impermanent loss, and then just volatility of the market, and making sure you have the right range so that you can take the most rewards you can out of it. And then watching it, because if you're not watching it, your tokens can all, well, in this case, you can see all my tokens have been moved to Matic because the prices have changed on them. So you need to look at these things. But still a really great way to earn in this space. And basically what you're doing with this is you're putting liquidity up, and then as people exchange tokens on the market, if it's one of the tokens that you're putting liquidity on for, when they make that exchange, you will get paid a fee for help providing the liquidity for that exchange. So a really neat way, and basically of you being the bank inside DeFi, as opposed to the bank being the bank and them making all the money and just taking us through the coals with how much they charge us. So as I said, Mike Dre, definitely somebody to look at. If you want to get in touch with him, just DM me inside my Discord, and I will get you hooked up with that. The other one, which I recommend, and they're actually live right now going through some things. So with Crypto Stu, Phil is even on there right now. And they're going through Aerodrome, which is one of the places where you do liquidity farming. But Crypto Labs Research, Lucas and Colin, two fantastic guys. I met these guys in person in Ohio. Really took a liking to them both, really down-to-earth people. And so he's got a YouTube channel, Crypto Labs Research. I'd recommend if you also want to learn even more than just liquidity farming, this is a group, you pay a monthly fee, but there is some free learning inside of their group and stuff. I'm going to be talking with Lucas again. I'd reached out to him on the chat here, and he asked me to message him, so we're going to chat some things that they're doing. But another really great group of people with a lot of honesty, a lot of integrity. They've done their not shilling, but they've done the DeFi gamut, been screwed just like the rest of us, and kind of changed their ways. And now it's all about education. It's all about tools, resources, and how to master this space and earn income in this space and increase your income in this space. So definitely another group that I highly recommend. Really what you want to do is find the one that speaks to you. So when you're going through and researching these, when you're chatting to these people, or when you're listening to because I have AMAs with these guys. I've had them on my channel. They've got a lot of videos. Mike Dre, I've had him on my channel. So when you're listening to these people talk, if one of them kind of speaks to you and their training style speaks to you, then that's the way to go, in my opinion, because you want to make sure that you're engaged, and you want to make sure the person that's helping you learn is going to engage you and empower you and challenge you to learn this stuff and become better at it. This is where I've excelled in trading, is being engaged, being challenged, and then using that energy and that force to help propel me forward to really learn the skill and really dig deep and understand what I'm doing, and the whys and the hows and all that kind of stuff. So really, really, really important. So those are the two resources I'd recommend right now. As I said, there is another one. I believe his name is Chris. I'm going to reach out to him and try and have him on to find more, because I want to find more resources, because not everybody learns the same way. And if one way didn't work for you, but you see the value in LP farming, for instance, and you just want to learn more or gain more knowledge, then I want options for you guys to be able to do that. So I'll reach out to him and see. And again, James Pelton, I know, did a video with him, so you could look at that. Onto the passive ways, and I know Chris, the other one, that's why also I want to have him on, is because we're running out of passive ways to earn using these tools, because when you do it passively, unfortunately, you're giving up your money to those people to manage it for you, right? So you have to have trust, integrity, all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, most of the space is filled with crooks that don't really care about you. And so you think they have your best interest in mind. You give them your money, and then something magically goes wrong. We've all seen all the excuses. We've all been through the ringer with all this stuff. So it's just really, really hard to do. With this one, I have full faith. The advantage and disadvantage of this one, and to me it's an advantage, but some people may look at it other ways, is this one's more diversified. So it's not just LP farming. We're doing LP farming, we're doing bots, we're doing Shiny Jackal bots, we're doing IRL type investments and real life investments with certain node projects like Timply. We're also have some investments with some movie stuff with Neo Masterpiece, where we have some investments in their rental equipment and stuff. So there's a bunch of different ways that we're diversified in here to help create a really balanced portfolio passively for you, and it's working quite well. Our token is down, which is a negative, but we still keep paying rewards, and as I've shown here, I'm 16.39% ROI'd on this one after 200. Like I think I got in February 2nd. So realistically speaking, I'm making way more than the markets make, and by the first year down, I'll have a pretty darn good. I expect this to jump up quite a bit if the market starts rebounding at all, and we'll be really good there. Total value locked around $500,000, which is a nice base to start with. And again, as the market starts rebounding, we should see a nice influx of people. So I will seek some other passive ones, specifically honed in potentially on liquidity farming, and I'll try and find those for you and present those to you soon enough. As I said, Chris is one that I'm going to look at. And that's kind of all I had for you on this one. I think this ran on a little longer than I expected, but hopefully some good added value for you and some good stuff for you here. As always, Blockchain After Hours, Tuesday night at 9 Eastern Time. I will be talking about this stuff and referencing this stuff, as well as trading more often. I will look to record a trading video very shortly, which will include, again, Nugget Fund as your passive way to do it. So there is definitely a theme there and some advantages to that. And I'll try and find some other passive plays for trading, but most of them are garbage, to be honest with you, and most of them have just failed us time and time again. Though actually, I guess one will be, and I will talk about that one for sure, would be Flex. So because they've started a new trading way of doing it, and it's working quite well. And they've also got their DEX, which is for the crypto traders out there. So looking forward to coming to you with kind of that liquidity farming version, but the trading version of that liquidity farming video that I enjoyed doing last time, and again this time. So hopefully you take advantage of some of those resources, and hopefully those add value. Please let me know if you do end up getting into any of these things like Crypto Labs or Mike Dre or any of that kind of stuff. Let me know what works for you, and if you're finding a lot of success with it. I want to hear about those kind of things, because we don't have enough success in this place from people because of all the crap we have to go through. Anyways, I'm not going to dwell on that. Thank you again so much for your support, and thank you for sticking with me while I went through. Well, summer was busy, so in a great way. So I just haven't been around as much doing stuff. And like I said, when I have been around, I've been focused on specific things, which has made content a little harder to do. So thank you so much, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day.